What if a simple game on a cruise ship was suddenly banned? Or if the next time you cruise to Mexico, it suddenly cost more? And what is Royal Caribbean planning for California? This and more in the cruise news for today, February 14th, 2025, Valentine's Day. Let's dive in. So, recently in Carnival Cruise Line, there's been some controversy about rubber ducks. Now, if you're not aware, people will hide rubber ducks throughout the ship. It's fun for them to hide and it's fun for kids to find. But some passengers are upset about this. They don't feel like you should be able to hide rubber ducks. So they've been calling for a ban. For some, it's a fun tradition. For others, it's littering and could cause safety hazards. On some cruise lines like Disney and NCL, they have asked passengers not to hide rubber ducks. So, is Carnival banning rubber ducks? No, not yet anyway. They're actually embracing the concept by releasing a mascot that will be on a few cruise ships. The name is very cleverly named Ducky the Duck. So I don't know if you have seen any of these ducks. I know I've seen a couple. I haven't picked any up, but I know that kids love finding ducks. And sometimes people will have like links or QR codes on these ducks or little stories about where the duck came from. It's a lot of fun. So for those that do not like rubber ducks, there are a few options. One, if you find one, just keep on walking. You don't have to pick it up. You don't have to do anything to it. You can just leave it alone and move on and let a child find it. Some people like to find them, look at them, and then re-hide them somewhere else. I have read some stories of concerns because some children take it a little far climbing on video games and tables, flower gardens, looking for these ducks. So if you are hiding a duck, make sure it's in a place that is reachable and won't cause any destruction getting to it. So what do you think? Are you opposed to rubber ducks? Or have you ever partaken in this fun and exciting game of duck hunting? Let me know in the comments below. Fun fact, the rubber duck was invented in the late 1800s. It started off as a really solid chew toy for children and dogs. It wasn't until the 1940s where we see the yellow rubber ducky we all know and associate with. Now, what is Royal Caribbean doing with California? Well, they are adding new itineraries to the port of San Diego. This is to allow more passengers access to the Mexican Riviera as well as Hawaii and other Pacific Coast locations. So more and more people are wanting to go on cruises, and because of this, other cities are expanding their cruise lines like we just talked about recently with Norfolk, Virginia. And now San Diego is with Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean will have their ship Serenade of the Seas starting to port out of San Diego in 2026. So this is an exciting move for cruisers on the West Coast, because now they have more options for cruising. So this will increase competition in that area, which could possibly lead to lower prices, but we'll see. So a fun fact, the port of San Diego opened in 1962, but it wasn't until 2010 when the first cruise terminal was opened up on Broadway Pier. And while we're on the topic of Mexico, passengers on board the Carnival Panorama were hit with an unexpected shuttle charge as they boarded the shuttle from the port into town. They said that on this particular ship, it was $10 per adult and $8 per child. Previously, the shuttle had been free and there was no notification or warning that there was going to be a charge. I was reading some comments and some passengers on board one of the Princess ships that had recently ported there. They said they were charged $12 for an adult. So I wonder if the fee depends on how much the cruise costs. Now you may be wondering, why not just walk or take a taxi or another form of transportation? Well, it's about a 30-minute ride from the port into town, so walking isn't really very feasible. Taxis do cost about $40, so it is still cheaper to take the shuttle, but it is a little discouraging because it was free previously. So why did they suddenly start charging for the previously free shuttle? We don't really know. We haven't seen any answers yet. Could be port regulations, could be safety concerns, or possibly they just want to boost revenue. But for now, we won't speculate. So far, I've only heard about Carnival and Princess that have charged this fee, and Princess is owned by Carnival. I don't know if this is going to start happening throughout Mexico, but we will find out soon enough. This is a good reminder that as you go to port, bring extra money because you don't know what unexpected fees you may encounter. I know I've been on one before where they told us the price. We didn't verify whether or not they accepted credit cards. It was cash only, and we didn't really have enough cash on hand after the excursion was over. So always bring extra cash and be prepared for the unexpected. So an interesting fun fact about La Paz is it's home to a protected marine park, Isla Espiritu Santo, which is home to sea lions, dolphins, turtles, gray whales, and gray sharks. Well, I haven't been there yet personally, but if I ever do end up there, I would want to go to this marine park. So what are your thoughts on this new fee that's being sprung upon passengers without warning? Has something like this ever happened to you? Let me know in the comments below. Well, that wraps it up for the cruise news for today. So tell me what you think. What do you think about the duck debate? Should Carnival set rules or let the game continue? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always informed of the latest cruise information. And until next time, we'll see you as we venture beyond the dock. Happy cruising.